CITR Radio, FM 102, Cable 102, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And we have a band in here live at CITR Radio. And who are you? Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Gabe, the drummer guy.
And Gabe, of what band? Let's just get this right off the bat. Brand New Unit.
BNU.
You are Gabe of Brand New Unit. Welcome to CITR, Gabe of Brand New Unit.
Nardwuar.
And who else do we have in the band?
Ben, bass guy.
We have Ben. All right, we have Ben.
Brand New Unit.
Of Brand New Unit. And who else do we have in Brand New Unit, please?
We have Gary, the vocal guy from Brand New Unit.
We have Gary, the vocal guy from Brand New Unit. And we also have
Jinx, the guitar boy.
Jinx, the guitar boy from Brand New Unit, who has brought a CDR out with him to CITR today of some Brand New Unit recordings, but apparently CDRs are bad luck because when you play a CDR, a band breaks up, but you promise this will not happen because you have the name Jinx. And
That's right.
And you are absolutely special.
Exactly. How can you jinx me?
Now, Jinx, do you have an apology for the listeners right off the bat? An apology. You have an apology for the listeners, don't you? Please give the apology. Jinx of Brand New Unit. Do you have an apology for the listeners?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you have an apology? Under the Volcano Festival.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you have an apology?
Were you there, though?
No, I was not there.
Well, then who do I don't have to apologize to you.
No, you don't. I mean, I did not want... I wanted...
Gary was there. He was going to do a solo act, but they wouldn't let him.
I wanted to go to Under the Volcano. I didn't make it, and I felt upset that I didn't make it, that I missed you guys, but I found out you didn't even play. So please, let's do a bit of clarification here, if we could.
Sorry that the air show was on that weekend.
The Abbotsford Air Show did us in.
What exactly happened there? Just no show up with Brand New Unit at the Under the Volcano Festival.
Yeah, we were drunk under a tree. No, what happened was that Jinx and band both had to work, so I blame them.
And we couldn't get a later slot on the bill, and it just wasn't working out for time.
They wouldn't put us on the second stage.
No, that wasn't it. We were never supposed to be on the second. We were on the second stage. We were on the poetry reading stage, and we knew that, but we couldn't get off work in time to make it to the
poetry reading.
But you are here at CITR, FM 102, Cable 102, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. We have Gabe, Ben, Jinx, and Gary, collectively known as Brand New Unit. Now, Bran, does anybody call it Bran? Like Bran?
That's what I say.
Like Bran, like the slang. Brand New Unit.
Sure.
No,
I say branded.
Brand New Unit now equals stolen car stereo. Is this true? I was told...
Where did you hear that?
I was told to be very careful because apparently the members of the band, Ben are big and strong and tough and don't want this brought up, but you guys were car thieves. Not the band, the Car Thieves from Washington, D.C., but you're not car thieves, but you stole stereos. And
where did you hear this
and
from?
You hang out at the Canby, but this was information not to be disclosed to anybody. Oh, it's just, we heard it on the internet, on your webpage. Go check out the Brand New Unit. The Brand New Unit webpage, www. What is it? What is Brand New Unit? Ben, do you have any elaborations on this at all?
Ask my lawyer.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. That's the second time that I've ever heard that. And the first time that I heard that was on one of the review sheets from Shindig. And I heard something about me stealing car stereos, man. Yeah, it was me. It was supposedly me. But I'm no sellout, you know?
Brand New Unit.
Honest.
But it's a neat name. Brand New Unit. You know,
not a thief.
Stolen car stereos. But do you hang out at the Canby? They can be found. Brand New Unit can be found when not at the Under the Volcano Festival, at the Canby. Is the Canby the Brand New Unit place?
And you can leave a message with Punch Drunk if we're not there.
The Canby though, is that Jinx? Play with me on this.
Work with them, Jinx.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the Canby?
No, I mean, do you hang out?
It's a drinking place.
If people do want to get a hold of Brand New Unit, aside from you being here right now, at
if you want to sit down and socialize and meet us, come on down.
And also, Gabe, you're here, and well, you know, your name is Gabe, isn't it? Your name is Gabe.
Like Gabriel, actually.
Your name is, what's your full name? What is your
Gabriel Julian Gregory Mantle.
Now, Gabe, what is this?
Tracy.
What exactly is this, Gabe? What?
What?
What
do you got there?
What exactly is this?
What is that?
That's feedback.
Yes.
Join in if you know it. Now, Gabe, what is that? Tell the listeners, what is this? What is going on here? What is going on here in the background there?
That sounds like some crazy junkies screaming.
It's Death Sentence. I love that Death Sentence tune. And Gabe, you are a Death Sentencer. You were here at CITR. I think when Death Sentence came out for an interview many years ago at CITR, when I think Pete puked through a liquor bottle at this glass partition that divides me with the bands, I remember. I'm not sure if or you were about to sit, but what? This is Death Sentence. I mean, I love this tune. Did you play on that tune? You were in Death Sentence.
I was, but I didn't play on that tune. I didn't join until after Stop Killing Me was released.
I mean, what happened to all these old Death Sentence fans? Did you go to the reunion? Like you were a fan, or you played in a band? Like you were.
I didn't go to that reunion.
Like you were in Death Sentence. Like, is that not incredible? I mean, I love the beginning of this. I can't believe this. And then, like, I mean, come on, let's get like that.
That is an underrated punk rock band. That's what I think.
Was this a big hit? Did you guys ever record this anywhere else? This song?
Not that one, no.
Do you remember that song? No.
Yeah.
How did it go over? Like, was it a fan favorite? It definitely is a favorite with me.
The fan favorites were off the Not a Pretty Sight, weren't they?
Yeah.
The album that I did not purchase because I was told the Shindig album had better moments on it. But Gabe, you being the Death Sentence, being a drummer in Death Sentence. I mean, what is your fave Death Sentence moment? Were you on 21 Jump Street?
Wait,
Ben, what are you doing? Hey, Ben, where's he going?
He doesn't like this anymore.
Okay, well, he needs to know the secret code. But were you on 21 Jump Street? Were you on 21 Jump Street?
I seem to remember being on 21 Jump Street.
What,
that was pretty hazy days.
No, were you on 21 Jump Street? Because Death Sentence played on 21 Jump Street.
I think that was before I joined the band.
So you didn't lip sync. You didn't lip sync an Agent Orange song and all there, Gabe.
No.
What is your fave Death Sentence moment? I've milked this a lot. When I say Death Sentence, I milk this a lot. But what is your fave Death Sentence moment? Is there one? I mean,
one of the worst moments was coming into this hotel room and Pete had slashed himself like with razor blades or something, and there was blood like all over the walls, and it was like Freddy Krueger had been there or something. It was pretty scary.
So
it wasn't pretty. It wasn't a pretty sight.
So I say Death Sentence.
Not a pretty sight.
I say Death Sentence. You say blood on the walls. Yeah. Pete puke. What about Ben? I say Death.
God rest his soul.
Ben, I say Death Sentence. You say. I mean, you were going to gigs at that time. Ben, I say Death Sentence. You say
junk.
Witch's Hammer.
Witch's Hammer. Yeah. Yeah. No, actually, Death Sentence was the first punk rock show I ever went to by myself, actually.
And were you playing it? You were playing in bands back then, or were you? No.
We were fooling around, but
we were.
I don't know.
And
what about the Edge? I say the Edge.
Yeah, the Edge. Well, that's actually where the show was.
With the Bill of Rights, by chance?
It was Death Sentence, Shattered Ambition, and
Unnatural Silence.
Yeah.
And Gary, I say Death Sentence. You say?
I say 1986 at the Edge. Same thing.
Oh, and really an important date. And Jinx, I say Death Sentence. You say?
The Edge.
Again, we're speaking here to the rock and roll band.
Guess where we
practice. We practice at the Edge.
Right
the
now.
Old building, that was the Edge.
You still practice there?
We practice there.
So every time you go there, you think of those moments.
We play right, like, our jam spot is like right where the stage used to be. Like, actually, old remnants of the stage are underneath Gabe's drum set.
Yeah.
And this is the rock and roll band, brand new unit, live here on CITR Radio, FM 102, Cable 102, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Of course, I've milked this a million times. Because I really enjoy it. But when I say or think Death Sentence, I think, I want a woman from the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
And you, Gabe, sorry to bring it all back here, but you were in the video. Please tell us a bit about this. I mean, poor Pete has passed away, I guess, unfortunately. I mean, can you just at least give us a little moment, an insight into I Want a Woman from the Soviet Union? We've talked about the song, we've talked about the other things, but I mean, is there an insight into the video for I Want a Woman from the Soviet Union, Gabe? You were the drummer of the band Brand New Unit, live here at CITR Radio, but at one time you did fill in for Death Sentence. And what can you say about I Want a Woman from the Soviet Union?
Just the ramblings of a crazy man. That's all I could say.
Was there any? Well, come on. What do you think about? What do you mean crazy? I mean,
Did you meet that? Did you ever meet Pete?
I think I met him once. I said when he chucked that bottle at the partition in between here, and it did not break.
You know what? He was a really nice guy. He actually was a nice guy when he was being real.
Well, the songs are totally amazing. They really withstand the test of time. You play a lot of Vancouver stuff, but not too much, stands up like, I want a woman from Soviet. Yeah, wow. Well, that riff, again, get out.
I love that feedback at the beginning.
I just know what sentence is coming. What were those guys' career goals? Like, what did they talk about? Fringe product.
They were crazy. What happened with those guys is they went after the money in a way, and I think that was the demise of the band.
Was there a fave Descendants moment for you? Like, did you heard the legend of stapling the balls to the picnic bench? Do you remember that one at all?
Mm-hmm. I heard that one. I heard about Sid and Jimmy shoving Pete's head into the steering wheel, and it got caught in the steering wheel
while they were driving.
Or no, it was Doug. It was Doug's head. They got caught in the steering wheel. And they couldn't get it out because they shoved his head right in there. They're so mad at him.
That's pretty sad. And of course, you came in so that was kind of, you had to be sad. That would make, yes?
When I came in there, when I first joined the band, like, I walk up to the, what was that? The Plaza?
How old were you at this time, though?
17 years old.
17, and there's Doug's drums broken on the front yard. So they'd all had a big drunken festival and jumped on his drums and wrecked him.
And that was your...
They go, you want to join the band? I'm like, yeah, sure.
And of course you did. But then you eventually got a knife pulled on you by skinheads. Because that's interesting to say that Descendants really anti-skinhead. They were important. Aside from doing the riffs, and getting the feedback happening, they also had that anti-skinhead. What was that about?
I don't know. I guess it was just popular with the punk rockers.
Well, they
still is.
They beat some Ku Klux Klan Grand Wizard down, and then as a result, they were after them.
Well, this is what I heard. This is what Sid told me, that him and Pete took chains to this guy when they found out he was a Ku Klux Klan member or something, and then after that, skinheads were always after those guys.
So you were a fresh nubile 17-year-old boy in Edmonton, and skinheads are pulling knives on you. Your drum set.
Skinhead women, nonetheless.
Chelsea girls and. And
I didn't even know the girl. Like, come on.
And possibly your drum set would get smashed all over a lawn, and your head would get wedged into a driving wheel. But you took it. And with such punk beginnings, it's strange that you become a freak. It's strange that you become a freak, eh? BMG, aka BMG.
I just help those guys out because they're weirdos.
I
like weird people.
You were in the Bloody Chiclets. You were Gabe from Brand New Unit, but you were. This is a world debut here.
Okay, that's enough about me. See, I'm just the drummer. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to know.
I play the drums.
But you just remember, a band is only as good as their drummer. A band is only as good as their drummer.
We played drums for Strain, too.
A band is only as good as their drummer. A bass player does nothing. What do you think about those comments? The people have said that, haven't they? Ben, do you have any... you've been a bass player. What do you think about being a bass player in a band?
It's all right. Nobody really pays attention to you, so you can kick back, drink some booze and hang out. You don't even have to be on stage half the time. I could be in the toilet, wireless playing. These guys don't even notice.
Well, it's good you're there.
All good.
But Gabe, just lastly here about BMG. Were you at a BMG barbecue when at Brockhouse? Do you remember that there's a BMG barbecue?
I know what you're talking about. I try to stay away from those things.
Because, the Bloody Chiclets, you're wearing a Bloody Chiclets drum head here tonight on CITR. You have like
I haven't taken that off yet.
You have a Bloody Chiclets drum head you've brought out here to CITR. Yeah, a bloody Chiclets drum. Thankfully, people cannot...
Should I give
you didn't actually play with that when you did your Youth Brigade gig, did you?
Do you want it? Nardwuar, do you want the head?
I use
Maybe we could give it away to a lucky listener, perhaps, if they were lucky and they would like to win the Bloody Chiclets drum head. But you really, really are the rock and roll band Brand New Unit. Now, Brand New Unit, Jinx, playing in California. What? There's been some weird bills you've been on, haven't they? What are some of the gigs you've played there in California?
We played with Les Claypool at the Viper Room. We've played with Youth Brigade at the Showcase.
Played at the Roxy with Big Drill Car and Fluff.
Yeah, that's true.
And when you're playing,
we could brag all night.
But Gabe, back to Gabe here, the drummer, to focus. This is a Gabe celebrity roast here on CITR FM 102, K102, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. When you're playing with the Bloody Chiclets in California, how do the shows differ from when you play with Brand New Unit?
Well, for one thing, Bloody Chiclets never played outside of Canada.
Never, not once. So how do you feel about that?
I think it sucks.
Why didn't they? They shot videos, though.
Because they got signed into a Canadian record deal, and which they'll probably rot and die on, I'm sure.
So no Canadian band, no Canadian or brand new unit fans came out to see the Chicklets because you didn't have a chance to play there.
I wouldn't invite brand new unit fans down to a Bloody Chicklets show. It's quite different.
Jinx, how would you describe a brand new unit fan versus a Bloody Chicklets fan?
I don't want to get into this.
I do.
I like them both. I love
it.
everybody. I love people and I love who they are.
And you're listening to CITR Radio, FM 102, Cable 102, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And the opinions expressed are those of the band Brand New Unit, only the band Brand New Unit. They love you all, but Gary.
Yes,
Gary,
yes.
89.3. 89.3, Gary.
What's that?
89.3. 89.3. You're listening to CITR 101.9 FM. You're listening to 89.3. 89.3.
Confusing them.
Gary,
Yeah, what does that mean?
Gary, you're listening to CITR 101.9 FM. You're listening to 89.3. Gary, you're listening to Gary. Gary,
What the?
Gary,
What is 89.3?
89.3. No, come on.
Is that KUGS?
Yes, KUGS, you got it.
All right.
Now, for people out there in Radioland, in Vancouver, sure, you can tune into CITR 101.9 FM, but there also is KUGS Bellingham. There's
How
these,
do you know
University of
that? I knew
Washington.
that.
there's these kids in Bellingham, and they play music out of K89.3, and there's also some kids in Vancouver, these new kids, they like bags. Every week I talk to them about them on my show. They like bags. Every time I see them, they want me to give them a plastic bag. That's their thing. They love plastic bags. They call themselves the bag man. Every time, I have to give them a plastic bag. They listen to 89.3 and they discovered the band Modest Mouse. The band Modest Mouse. Now you
They just played the
discovered.
Starfish Room.
Now you discovered, interestingly enough, on 89.3. Who did you discover? You discovered the Vancouver scene through. What is KUGS? Explain that, please, Gary.
KUGS is a station from Western Washington University. And when I was younger, my big brother had a antenna outside of our house that he bought from Radio Shack. And that's where I first heard Maximum Rock and Roll, stuff like Minor Threat and stuff. And that was about 1984, 83.
And
yeah.
isn't that how you met Eric from the Flex Your Head show? Also heard on CITR on Thursday afternoons, 3 to 5. Also, why not tune into Suki's show as well on Mondays, 4 to 5 as well. And you're listening to 89.3.
Because they all play Brand New Unit.
KUGS. Is that where you met Eric Flex Your Head,
No,
Gary?
how I first met Eric was I was young and I was like, oh man, I'm going downtown to hang and see the punks, you know what I mean? Because I was from the suburbs and stuff. And I picked up some magazine called Backfire, and Motley Crue was on the cover of it. And this was before they got big and stuff. And there was a article on fanzines, and there happened to be someone from Surrey, so I wrote to the guy, and that's how I met him.
How about you, Jinx? How did you meet Eric? Wasn't it through skateboarding or something?
I thought he hated my guts.
And why did he hate your guts?
I don't know, the way he looked at me.
Well, was he on abortions on toast at that time?
No, they were on
broke up.
fratricide.
Yeah,
then.
fratricide.
Because this is important bounding, isn't it? 89.3. 89.3 Cugs. And we're listening,
Yeah.
of course, to
You
Brand New
have a-
Unit here, live on CITR. But it's interesting, like Cugs does it.
What about CFRO? 85 RPM.
Oh, yeah, that's something.
That's one of the greatest. That inspired me.
How dare I not mention that? How dare I not mention that? Well, teach me. As Ice-T asks people, Jinx of the band Brand New Unit with some brand new CDRs coming out soon on Creative Man Records. Tell me about 85 RPM and the good old days with Brent Kane.
It was amazing. It was a great show. They played punk from what time? About 11 at night till about 4 in the morning.
And this was, you discovered a
Every
lot of,
Tuesdays on CFRO.
and that was an important show.
Yeah.
This is Wednesdays.
Was it Wednesday? Tuesdays.
Okay, whatever.
Radio Junkies, they are, the
was
band Brand New
Wednesday.
Unit. Hey,
Yeah.
Ben, how you doing there? How you doing, Ben?
I'm good. How are you?
How you doing?
Good.
How you doing?
Do people listen to this show, Nardwuar?
Damn good.
How you
Okay.
doing? Okay, Ben, what about...
Oh yeah. Back to Glenn's. That's a classic.
Me better than the rest.
I don't wanna be my
double truck on those vocals?
Sounds like it.
They can walk around with messy hair, 'cause they wanna fuck that blonde over there, but they don't know she got $100 a night, and if they don't pay, there's gonna be a messy sight. They've got to be totally clothes, and we're totally clothes, but I won't be a copycat freak. I'll be like a big old man down to me. I laugh at that.
So sure, we had Death Sentence doing their little riff, but when we have Active Glands kicking in, that is the real shite. Now, Ben, you played, you weren't in Active Glands, right, but you were in Cat's Game with Ron, who was the singer of Active Glands.
Yeah, that's right.
What did you ever see Active Glands?
I did several times.
What was the deal on that?
They were great.
What,
They rocked. What do you mean?
well, no, I'm just curious. Like, what were they around at that same time? Did you guys ever see them? Because this is like the roots of Brand New
Yeah.
Unit.
Oh, absolutely. They
Yep.
played a lot of great shows with. I mean, they played Death Sentence quite a bit.
They played The Edge.
Played The Edge.
Another
Raw
important.
Power show they played. That was a classic.
That was at the Edge with Raw Power at the Edge, 1986.
Yep.
Here on CITR Radio, FM 102, Cable 102, Vancouver,
Come on,
Columbia, Canada.
Nardwuar, all you're doing is dating us.
Well, that's
You're
not.
making us seem old. Like
Well-
we're not hip with the kids.
No, but it's important that people know the riff. It's important that people know the like I love the like I want a woman from Soviet. But it isn't this I wonder if I can get it right. I've never been able to do it right. It's just amazing. But I mean, Active Glands are Ben. Ron was a really interesting guy. I guess unfortunately he has died. I was going to say the word passed away, but then somebody said that's inconsiderate to call say passed away. You might as well just say I guess they've died. But Ron had this weird story about dynamite pizza. Do you remember that story at all, Ben? What was that? I've always been curious about.
Dynamite Pizza.
Remember there was that dynamite pizza place that exploded?
No, Pizza
No,
King.
Pizza
No, it was
King.
called-
Pizza King.
I thought it was called Dynamite Pizza, and it
No.
exploded.
No, it was Pizza King,
It
and
was
they burned
Pizza
somebody
King,
in
and
the
they
in the
found
oven.
bodies in the oven. That was what
They
that
found
was
a-
all about.
Yeah.
And
Only one body though.
chopped up
No, there
into
was
several
three
pieces.
people, and
Was
they were
it?
all like
Turn
chopped
the
up
mic turn the mic a bit towards you there, Ben. We're missing a bit there.
Okay.
Okay.
And apparently they killed these people and laid them out on these pizza trays and started cooking them. But I don't know. He had some story about how the layout of the actual pieces of the bodies were symbolic to. Yeah, it just kind of goes on and on. It's a long story.
But one of them was supposedly,
We suspected he was schizo.
and one of them supposedly represented himself, I guess. And
Yeah,
it
that's
wasn't
what
long
he
after.
said. It was representative of the whole band actually. And
So-
there was even like
And this is the band Cat's Game reclarification.
Cat's Game,
Now
yeah.
you're in Brand New Unit. Yes, this is Brand New Unit on CITR. I know it's the old days, with the abortions on toast and the cugs, and I know the death sentence, I know the chicklets. I know Brand New Units now, but yes, this was Cat's Game. Can we just call it Dynamite Pizza, or at least?
yeah, Dynamite Pizza. What the hell?
And it was each member of the band was supposedly represented in that explosion. Wasn't that it?
Yeah.
And
Well, no, it was an explosion. It was just they turned the pizza joint into like a crematorium that day.
which is horrible. And then not long after, didn't Ron actually get killed?
Yeah, well, some people say that. No comment really on that.
Well, they said he committed suicide with an X-Acto
yeah,
knife.
suicide was the official, police whatever report.
I mean, just like El Duce getting hit by a train. I mean, it's suicide with an X-Acto knife.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
But now, I guess, do any plans for the Cat's Game stuff to come out? I guess only thing was in a wade through Vancouver, wasn't it?
No, I have copies of our last recording that we did in Hollywood at West Beach Studios.
Norco!
What?
Norco! Jinx!
Fucking bad, man.
Norco!
What are you doing?
Norco! Jinx!
How do you know
Norco!
so much, Nardwuar?
Norco!
Norco bicycles.
Norco! You worked at Norco.
Yeah,
With
so?
Dave Speicher.
Yeah.
With Dave Speicher. You worked at Norco.
Yeah.
Like Jinx and Brand New Unit worked at Norco, but Norco's cool because it was right across from the BC TV.
Right.
Cafe-
Now it's not. That's why it's not cool anymore.
Oh, really? But what was it like working at Norco's? You got to eat in the BC TV cafeteria and
Sure.
see Bernie Pascal's toupee and stuff.
Yeah.
What was it like? That's kind of neat. Like, you got to work at Norco and you were allowed into the BCTV.
That's part of they give us passes so we can go eat at their cafeteria, at the BCTV cafeteria.
And Norco, and Evil Knievel, Jinx, your webpage, the www.
Have you seen it?
Yes, there's an Evil. Well, no,
It's from the No Heroes CD.
Jinx.
It's not Evil Knievel?
No, it's a stuntman from a Hollywood movie.
Because I was really excited it was Evil Knievel because Reverend Norman, who does the Murder Daddy show every Wednesday on CITR 3 to 5, I told him it was Evil Knievel. I told him it was Evil Knievel, and I claimed to know about Norco. Who was that guy? Just some stuntman?
Yeah, just some stunt from a Hollywood movie.
Dave Spicer.
Yeah.
Dave Spicer.
Dave was into Evil Knievel.
Dave Spicer. He collects old. Didn't Dave Spicer do a zine, Jinx, a long time ago?
Subversive behavior.
Subversive behavior.
Actually, I got a message for Dave if he's out there. Dave. Call Gabe because I want to get that bass drum thing. Call me.
I think he's looking for them.
Dave at one time was drummer for the Dunderheads, wasn't he? Is that what you're referring to there, Gabe? Or what?
He was in Pipe Bomb.
Oh, sorry, but no, he did fill in for the Dunderheads.
Yeah,
I think.
I believe he did.
When they opened for the UK subs in Seattle, Washington, and you're still listening to CITR, FM 102, Cable 102, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, the band Brand New Unit. I just want to go, just do it. Just do it. Hi, we're Bill Stevenson of all. This is Carl Alvarez of all. You're listening to, just do it. Remember that station ID? Didn't you do that, or did Eric do that one? Jinx, was that you doing that one?
Which one?
Remember, this is Carl Stevenson of all. This is Bill Stevenson of all. This is Carl Alvarez of all. You're listening to just do it.
That was Eric.
You weren't actually there for that adventure in that way?
Yeah, I probably was there. I was drunk.
But you were. Is it true? What do you think, Gary?
Yeah.
Are you there, Gary? 89.3, Gary.
Gary's here.
Are you still straight edge at all?
Yeah, right.
Did Brand New Unit wreck you? I
think the members of Brand New Unit wrecked them.
We have bad
years and
influence.
years before the band even
Yeah,
formed.
Ben and Jinx are the first guys that I ever tried drugs with.
Because you were in the band Head First, weren't you? Vancouver's first.
So is Jinx.
Jinx, Vancouver's first and premier, long-standing first straight edge band. Unfortunately, no demos available.
We were straight edge for 6 months.
And then you joined, and then Brand New Unit kicked in there. But when you started Brand New Unit, Excursion Records, isn't that kind of a straight edgy kind of label?
No.
Got an excursion.
Come on.
That name was misleading.
What do you mean, come on? Okay, I'm trying there. But Head First, you were down happening that stuff. What about the Head First stuff? The Head First Germany, that tie-in. Would you ever get mixed? Did people get mixed up over that thing? You're from Germany. They've had so much stuff. Head First Germany, they've had Strain, they've had Brand New
You
Unit.
mean Heart First Records?
Heart First.
Who's singing right now?
That was someone else.
I heard somebody else singing in that room. Hello? Ben, were you singing there?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, no, that's okay. I just thought I'd just ask if that was happening. Okay, Heart First, Head First. Okay, what about that Heart? Head First, that would have been kind of... Nobody gets confused over that?
No, only you.
You did.
And how did things go with the gig the other night here? Winding up here with Brand New Unit. How did the gig go the other night? I kind of alluded to that earlier, but the
Last night's gig?
Yeah, the Another State of Mind gig. The Another State of Mind, BYO gig.
It was great.
Did I ever talk about
It
that?
was fun. How come you didn't come down?
I was actually on the internet looking at the web page in your gossip section.
And you thought there maybe be some live footage on the web or something?
Live simulcast. But I was interested. I would really like to go to... What did the guys from BYO... Did they remember Canada much?
Yeah, they were talking about it last night if you went to the gig.
Okay, thank you very much for filling that in. But again, let's get this forward. This is Brand New Unit, the rock and roll band Brand New Unit, containing ex-members of Cat's Game and Death Sentence and Head First and Malpractice. Do we hear a little bit there, Gary? And Malpractice?
It's being Ben, old Malpractice.
Yeah, what is Malpractice? Ben, maybe can you give a little summary? What's the difference between Malpractice and BNU?
They wouldn't let me on the band.
Well,
Gary
first of all, we
sucked
wouldn't
back
let
then.
Gary in. That was the first rule. Second rule, loud and fast.
And
that was about it.
We played one show, and it was at the New York Theater with Adversity,
Active Glands.
and
Diddly Squat.
Diddly Squat. And to top that off, Diddly Squat kicked butt. They're from Washington State.
What?
And they
now-
kicked butt. And now our new record on Creative Man is called Diddly
Diddly
Squat.
Squat.
And also Nate from Diddly Squad is on
Foo Fighters.
the Foo Fighters.
Oh,
Yeah.
Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
He's still in the Foo Fighters. And he's
Yeah.
not like one of those guys that actually got kicked
And-
out.
I would like to take credit for breaking up Malpractice because I wasn't allowed in it. So thanks.
Why weren't you allowed in it? And why did you let Gary into Brand New Unit? What the hell is this guy doing in your band? What's going on
I
here?
heard Jinx's mom didn't think Gary could sing.
Yeah, she said, why you keep hanging out with that Gary guy? Can he even sing?
But excuse me,
course
don't
it's
you dare, excuse me, Gary, if anybody
Yes.
knows how to sing in Vancouver, Gary knows how to. You are amazing, Gary. Your vocal techniques, eh? You really, like, I remember once I was, like, you are so infuriated with the way I'm speaking right now. It's upsetting you, isn't it? Like the voice, my voice, I'm ruining it, aren't I? Like you got to do it from down, don't you? Some tips here. Winding up here, Gary of Brand New Unit, you got some tips here for the listeners out there in Radioland about singing. I mean, you really, I mean, like,
Sing from your crotch, right from the very bottom.
like,
Just do it.
Like-
Do it. Do it.
that's no joke. That is really no joke. You've been able
Grab your nuts.
That's what I was told. That's what I was
Don't
told.
smoke.
No, what do you think about Strain, their vocal stylings? I mean, you know, Gabe, you went on tour there. You did some stuff. And
Talk
Jinx,
about singing with balls.
like, how does the Strain vocalist Jody maintain all that stuff? How is he able to do all that? You know, that's the difference between Jody vocal and, say, you know, a Gary vocal.
There's grunting and screaming and shouting, and then there's singing.
So, Gary, how did you get in Brand New Unit? What happened there?
Okay, it's a very long story. I met Jinx.
Mitch, tell the short part.
Okay. I was jamming with Jinx and Ben way before all these other bands started. And we just kind of went, you know, separate ways.
1986, right?
Yeah, summer of 86. I met these guys in a mall parking lot skateboarding, and we started jamming. And then we all just kind of went our separate ways, and then we got back together. So, you know.
Make a long story short.
Yeah.
Rick Knott! I had Rick Knott's fare card. I just wanted to share that with you. Rick Knott from the Bill of Rights. I had his fare card once. He gave me his fare card. Yeah, I got Rick Knott. I still have it, actually, with his phone number there. Rick Knott's fare card. And I think Randy Rampage of DOA is actually a longshoreman right now. But is it true, Gabe, that you recorded with Garth Richardson? Garth? Did Bloody Chicklets do some stuff with Garth?
Porno
Rage
Garth?
Against the Machine Garth.
Is he
Porno Garth.
is he in
He's an old turbo, that guy.
Is he in Vancouver?
Yep, he lives here now. He had to move up here from, I think, California or something because his daughter got really sick and they couldn't afford the medical down there. So, I mean, he's rich, but he couldn't afford the medical down there because his daughter has, like, some brain.
And the Chicklets, and a good old Chicklets recorded with them?
Yeah, the Chicklets are, actually, we didn't record with him. He just mixed the record.
And Jinx, what about Brand New Unit? We're going to cut right now to a song of yours off the brand new record, and then you can run in the other room and do some more live songs for us. But we thought we'd cut off some songs here off the Brand New Unit CDR here at CITR. What song? Respect? Oh my God!
You spelled wrong on there, but yeah.
Oh no, it's spelled. I thought you were going to say I'm pronouncing it wrong,
No.
but it's like the PC in the middle is kind of neat because you know, like that T-shirt that Joey Shithead wore said like Hardcore 81 and the D and C were highlighted, and it was kind of like DC. Get it?
Yeah.
Hardcore. So if you look at Respect that way, and it's highlighted, it's like PC is in the middle, kind of like PC. Respect. That's kind of weird there. And Deep Freezer's that band, The Freeze, and Diddley Squad. Well, it's called. Is it really called Diddley
That's
Squad?
the name of the album.
In honor of the Foo Fighters. Where was this recorded? Where was?
honor of the band.
And you have a song called Thick Skull in honor of the band Old Skull. Whatever happened to those guys, eh? Remember Old Skull? Reagan, Ronald
Rat
Reagan.
Skulls, what happened to them?
They were little rat skulls with Kerr Belleville.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on with that. But what is this? A brand new? Where was this recorded? It's on Creative Man Disc, the brand new unit, a CDR sampling here before you guys run to the other room and do some live tunes here.
Brand new album coming out in a month. Like September, it'll probably be in stores.
And you
Somewhere.
And where was it
Somewhere in the
recorded?
world.
Do people care where it was recorded, or any interesting antidote on that at all?
We recorded it at Greenhouse Studios.
With the infamous Blair Cowell-Baba.
Okay, and
The King of Rock.
he is here as well
Exactly.
today. He is here today with Brand New Unit, bringing you the live sound. He also has a song called Asshole Stereo Control. Doesn't Gob have the song Asshole TV?
They stole that from us.
They stole it from us.
Like Asshole Stereo. And this is what song would you like to hear here on the record? What song should we play? We could, while you run to the other room. What would you like to end the interview here with?
Play that song, Guns for Everyone.
Guns. It means track 6. Is this called Guns? Is that the one?
That's the one.
That's the one. And this is the brand new unit CDR. Please don't break up after we play this,
We won't.
because it does
Guarantee
happen a lot of times when you play CDRs that the bands break up. I'm terribly sorry. So thank you very much, Brand New Unit. Why should people care about Brand New Unit here? Winding up here. Winding. Yeah. Why? Yeah. Why should people care about Brand New
Well, they
Unit?
don't.
Because we don't.
already.
What does?
Because- Because we don't suck.
And you have some more songs to play. Okay, Brand New Unit. Keep on rocking the free world and doot doodaloot doo. Doot doot.
Guns for everyone! The two common fear will keep the peace of everybody on my street. It's too late to make a law, so do with it, America, America!
Hi, this is Bernice Gerard. You're listening to Radio CITR on the wonderful UBC campus.
And tonight, we have a band that has brought with them a talkback microphone. For the first time ever in the history of Live from Thunderbird Radio Hell, we have a band that has brought with them a talkback microphone. And their name is Brand New Unit. Okay, Brand New Unit, play the blues.
Got a lot of blues in me.
1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing's not a fact, so sad.
where we get a little breath of fresh air.
We're Brand New Unit, and we're live on CITR. This song's called Fixed Skull.
Dead air, dead air, dead air.
play one more song and then we're brand new unit on CITR, hanging out with Nardwuar, the freak. I hope you guys tuned in and had a good time. I know we did. We drank a lot of the beer out of the machine there.
Once again, we're brand new unit.
Once again, we're brand new unit.
In case you're driving in your truck and you just turned us on.
The kids always get that confused. Brand new unit or BNU. We're actually both.
Same band, you. No.
Same band.
Get it straight.
Nothing lasts forever. I'm so sad to say. I'm not well reminded. My friend got dead today. With the generation, why would that say? You don't know what you had. I'm so after, gone away. Love to see another day. Love to see you all I can. Love to see another day. I see you all I can. That's right. Nothing lasts forever. So sad to say. I'm not well reminded. My friend got you straight. Wow. Love to see another day. Love to see you all I can. Love to see another day. I see you all I can, my friend. Your life will have been so much. To see another day to my friend that I miss so much. I wanna see you right now. To another day. I wanna see you right now. To another day. I wanna see you right now.
Thank you.
We're brand new unit. Have a good night.
Come and see us sometime.